Hello and welcome to another podcast. It's me, Skyking, AMV,
and General Gamble from Midnight Center.
and welcome to my studio. That's new. I just thought of it now.
Oh yeah, you could technically make that statement now.
Yeah, so since this is on my studio channel, it's going to be more related to, talks and I guess my opinion or our opinions
Right.
on subjects that we will be talking about.
So, I guess for just shorter version, his AMV channel is exactly what it's for. His studio is for anything else he comes up with.
Anything.
I don't know what you're going to do about your live streams, but hey.
Hey, I know, right? We'll see.
Anyways, I guess we should get to what today's main topic is.
And today we are talking about Anime Expo 2019 AMV competition.
So, if those of you who aren't aware what the matter is, recently, I guess recently isn't really the best word, but more or less like about 3 weeks now?
Yes.
Yes, about 3 weeks ago, the AMV team that has been running the competition since 2012 just recently announced that, oh yes, just quick clarity before we continue. If you hear barking, I apologize. This is at my place with all my dogs, so apologies for the audio quality of that. Anyways, back to my point. The team that's been handling the competition since 2012 was recently released, right?
Yeah, more released.
Yeah.
Let go.
Yeah, they were let go from managing the competition. Now, while that may sound not as much, the biggest matter of it was that it came out of nowhere.
Yes. Out of nowhere. Basically the big honchos, the guys running the expo itself decided to let go of the team. And what caught us all surprised is that it was a couple months prior to the event.
Right.
And
the thing that, why that makes it so important is that for quite a while, AX seemed really quiet about the competition. And usually, this is one of those parts of AX where the people who run that part are more or less the main heads who relay all their information, and AX sort of takes it in through second passage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember the second word, or not the other word the other word that means they basically relay the message. But to make a long story short, they've always been the ones. So if anything was supposed to be announced for it, it would have came from the team. But since they were let go, this left everything in the dark. Especially for the fact that usually when the competition is about to go into gear, they have the submissions open for people to join. Usually happens around early in the year.
Yeah.
But this year there was no statement for a while until we got the news. And then that brought a very big question, or just a lot of questions about what was happening.
Very mixed opinions within the community,
Yes.
A lot of editors, really, not bickering, wondering if they're going to even submit this year, because, a lot of this comes out of nowhere. We don't know if they're going to be well organized or anything basically, if the competition is going to run the same like how it normally does. Granted that the team who was managing this since 2012, right?
2012.
Did state in their post that they were planning to, let go and transition into a new team, but they were still hoping to make this year's event.
Right.
And out of nowhere, the bigwigs said no, and that happened.
Right. And as such, it's like Sky said earlier, there's been a lot of editors who's been pretty upset about it, and I've seen some that just immediately state that, they're not submitting this year just because of the way that it is. And there are some that have said some worries because I'm trying to remember what the other convention was, but there was another convention that someone said they hope it's not the same fiasco as what happened there. Someone clarified, though, that case was a little different, but that still is one of those things where I guess to quickly state out, I mentioned, how, when it came to this, the team who was handling it usually are the main people involved. And that's one of those things I think it's because despite AX main heads controlling a lot of things, this is clearly a community-driven thing that has to be handled by the people who do it. Because if you just happen to have it and not think much about it, that can result in some pretty poor handling when it comes to this the matter. For sure.
You know, at the end, this is just for people who love music, who love anime, who just want to make something out of it. And to be honest, in my opinion, I feel kind of, robbed out of it. Granted, I have been going since 2015 to the competition.
You went
as a
the first one,
visiting though.
The first one you went was the year before I went, right?
Yeah.
So that was 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, I went. I just watched. I was as a guest or
plus one,
a plus one basically, and I didn't. Yes, I was already editing, but I wasn't there yet, or I know I'm not there yet.
Right.
Watching all the pros. Because I'm bored or.
I'm trying to remember Showy Square.
Wow. Yeah, I'm blanking right now. Wow.
Yeah. But it's like because I'm bored. Showy Square, King Redeem, My Cat Hates You, right? 4Z.
All the big ones. The big heads. The big heads. I didn't mean it as a diss. But yeah, it's for the community, and I personally don't feel like submitting, even though they might have something, like final moment, or it's just like I feel like it's not gonna be there, like the passion. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Well, again, because AX has already said that they have someone involved, but the question comes is that I don't know who that person is and how very
experienced.
Yeah, I'd say experienced and well knowledge they are about this stuff. Because this was something that I think it's the top head for the team was, if you're not aware, is someone by the name of X Stylus, where he mentioned that, they chose somebody, but he himself, who had been running it for so long, wanted to find a way of being able to put someone in there, but that meant that training people takes quite a while because of the fact that it's like, you have to find someone who's good at hosting, you have to find someone who's very knowledgeable, all that stuff, that you have to find someone who knows what to bring to the table so it's not stale and boring.
Yes, for sure.
And many other things, because it's not like a situation where you just go in and start playing videos in the room, or more for the AMV room than the competition, but it's not like someone just grabbing stuff to start playing and be like, well, what do you guys think? There's a very, not methodical, I would say, but there's a very particular matter to it to lay it out to make it worthwhile instead of it just being a thing there.
Yeah, when you present something at your first go, you're never going to be a pro at it. And I'm pretty sure X Stylus, it was like a learning curve for him too when he barely started, he didn't just come out guns a-blazing and he knew what to do. I remember 2015, there was granted it wasn't as popular, but it was,
the thing.
It was a thing, and there were some hiccups, and to be honest, I'm scared how it's gonna be for the new guy. I'm not saying that I want it to be bad for the new person who's gonna be directing it, but it's gonna be a huge task, and I hope he's up for it.
Right. That makes me curious though, because the team's been handling it since 2012, but you'll find that the competition's been going on since its early days as well.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I forget who it is, but there's somebody where I saw on their YouTube page, I saw it say Anime Expo 09, so I'm like, okay, so it's been around, but they've been handling the scene since 2012. But I don't know how the thing is handled. I don't know how AX's team handled the competition back then versus how the team handled it now, but there's, a lot of matters, but
yeah, for sure. And what I'm also worried about is the screening for there's gonna be a big submission of videos. However, I want to say at least 1,000 or more.
Right.
And I don't know the process of who the screening of who checks the videos and decide what makes it into what category or, as a finalist or pre-show.
Right.
But if the old team is gone, and I'm thinking they did the screening of does the new team know about AMVs? Do they just watch them but don't edit them themselves? Because you gotta remember the people who directed this were pretty much editors themselves. They partake in the hobby, and I don't know. I just the new people coming in. I hope they also edit, but
it's hard to say.
It's hard to say. We don't know yet.
Yeah. Let's see now. I'm trying to think because I feel like there was a statement that he said in his post that was something worth bringing up.
While you look for it, and I also want to mention how AX stayed quiet about this.
Yeah.
They didn't bother posting it on Twitter or on their forums, or even this just came from the director, ex stylist.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, you know what, we got let go, and we have no input. What's gonna go? What's gonna come next?
Right. What's it called? Yeah, there was a matter at hand because he said, like, to sort of paraphrase, but to put in the link so you can read it yourself. He basically said that, like, they had reached hold up, I'm jumping a little ahead. So they had been running it for a while, but I guess AX had sort of a different matter they wanted to take with the competition. So you had two different people or two different teams wanting to do different things, and it would always conflict, I guess. Mm-hmm. Nothing too drastic, I'd say, but there were still issues coming aboard. And so what happened was once they started, I don't know if I'd say that they were picking up that something was happening, but they basically had more or less came to a matter where they had figured out that 2019 may have been their last year.
Yeah.
If they got lucky, maybe they went to 2020, but after that, like, they probably would not have been continuing on. But that's why Exile said that he was hoping to find someone to be his successor to continue on. And so they've been looking for a while. And just as when they had figured out what they were going to do, that's when AX notified them that they were going to do something different. And they laid out some of the details. That surprised the whole team. So when they tried to contact AX in return, AX never really said anything. So eventually they just went, okay, I guess this is it, before they even had a chance to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, for sure. And, this is always the idea that you'll get an explanation of why it's happening, or why you're being let go. You don't like being just going to work and finding out you're fired or you have no more job. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm blinking. Can't think of it. I forgot. It just left. Scratch that.
I'm pretty sure Mace.
Yeah,
pop up back in your head.
Yeah, whatever. But, it's just sad. Granted to myself, I am editing some new content because it's been, it's been
a couple months
since my last video. And, I don't want to leave my subscribers without nothing.
Right.
But I'm going to go somewhere else, I'm going to try joining the competition scene. But the thing is that there's nowhere nearby, per se. SakuraCon, I don't know where that is.
That's in Seattle, Washington.
See, I'm not going over there. I'm sorry. And all the other cons, I'm not dissing it or anything. But it's just the distance for me. It's not no bueno, And, I mean, they still have their team, and I guess Exilus is still working technically somewhere.
Yeah, he still handles the competition at other places with the team. It's just for AX. It's a much different thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this is all on AX.
Yeah.
Can't blame them because it's their thing.
Yeah.
But if they market it as, a big event like it always is, it fills up the whole, the West Hall, right?
I think it's West Hall, like West Main Hall
A? Yeah, something
I think it's A or B. I forget which one it is. But I think A is the bigger one.
Yeah, A. I think it is A. But it fills it up.
Yeah.
It's
undoubtedly.
Like, it's almost an hour at most just to, see everybody in.
Yep.
And now, we don't even know if the new people, as X-Stylist says, is going to treat editors as they need to be treated. Come on, because
right.
Editors are kind of the stars in this, The things you were watching on the big screen was made by a Joe or a Schmo. I don't know.
I want to quickly say that I think on this point we're about to enter speculation.
Yeah, but for sure.
We do have to... I'm going to at least state for this. Everything we say should be taken with a grain of salt because none of this is true. We don't know anything ourselves. Mm-hmm. This is mainly based on reading what people have said and making our own assessment of it, but nothing to be taken seriously.
Yes, of course. Don't take us serious. We're just some two guys on the internet.
Yeah. Because I feel like the way we're going to lay out, though, we're going to sound like, oh yeah, AX is evil or something, but no, it's just the way that some people have said some stuff, you start to like go, I wonder.
Editor, put a disclaimer in the beginning of the video.
Everything stated in here is everyone's individual opinion.
Yes.
Anyways, I guess this is where we start off the whole speculation ride. So anyways, the thing that I think that's first started me thinking about all this was when Ryder responded to the post.
Oh.
Because what she said was, admit it, you're all leaving because you have my back. Now, I don't know Ryder myself, but I feel like from how I've seen her, what's the word I'd use, carry herself?
Uh-huh.
She seems to be very strong and outspoken. Like, she's not going to back off from her opinion. Like, if she states it, she states it.
She's going to tell you how it is.
Yeah, that's how it looks like every time I've seen her, like, say certain things. So when I see that post coming from her, I'm thinking, I feel like something may have happened in regards to the AMV team talking to the AX heads.
Yo, you think like there's some tension between them or something?
Maybe.
That caused this?
I wouldn't say caused it, but I'd say, again, because XI said that, I guess, for a while, AX has been wanting to do something else with the competition.
Yeah.
And they themselves have also wanted to do their own thing, and there's been a clash.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that because Ryder, I think, came in as one of the main people in 2017, I think?
Around there.
Because I think one of the rules for the competition is that anyone's part of the team can't join.
Oh, alright. Yeah.
And that's why I remember her video was in 2016, but then she was part of the team in 2017.
Yeah, she started doing she started making the openings, the intros.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess she was also someone else on the team because everyone on the team had a nickname, I guess. Hers was the Machine. Which, I don't know what that role was supposed to designate to, but she was clearly somebody enough if she was popping up as one of the mains.
She gets the work done, bro.
Yeah.
The Machine. Don't need your sleep.
That's probably what it is. She probably did a lot of the backbone work.
Yeah, to be honest, I want to go with that answer.
Right.
Final answer.
Respect to her for everything she does.
Yeah, for sure.
But, anyways, point being was that, having seen as one of the main, names coming in saying that, and just what I assume is going on, that brings me to wonder what was happening.
Yeah.
Because this is, again, something as we said earlier was, AX never made a statement themselves about this. Not that I think that they would.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have to. Right?
Yeah, they don't have to, but at the same time, the thing about it was that they never mentioned anything in regards to what was happening with the competition, because when you let go of the people who've been handling it, this isn't just some pick up on the whim thing of we can manage this on our own. Because they clearly need to have somebody. Again, they did say they had someone, but I don't know what the extent of their experience and knowledge for this is, and I don't know how things are going to run.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why it's so weird that they never said anything, and I just even found out before we started recording from Sky here, that was apparently they actually put out a
deadline.
Yeah, they put out a deadline for this year's competition.
Yeah, May 15th.
I thought it was the 19th.
Oh, 19th. My bad.
15th or 19th, one of those two.
One of those days.
It's in May, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Which is so weird because for the past 3 months prior to this, they've been pretty quiet.
Nothing.
I never saw anything. I just checked on Twitter too for AX and they never said anything about the competition, but there it is. There's a deadline.
and we haven't heard anything from X Stylist. So I thought there was gonna be like a follow up, but on his post on his forum, but there's nothing. There has been nothing. So
yeah, this
is all all up in the air. We're gonna see how it goes. Granted, me and General are still gonna go to Expo. We're gonna see what's gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Are we gonna go to the competition?
I mean, I think depending on what their rule says, if they have, depending on their freshness date, I'll probably go, and that's just to see what happens.
Yeah.
This is really that's what this year's AX is for me, for the AMV scene, what they're doing, because, again, don't know how the competition is going to be handled, and I don't know what's going to happen to the AMV room. Because the competition can have some weird thing go on and then be like, that's weird to go with for this competition. And then, this was something even, Ex-Stylist, I believe himself said. One of the things he was worried was that if it came to the AMV room, what would they do? Because, again, like I said earlier, he was trying to find someone who can host it well, who had knowledge, and who knew how to make it fun. But if the team does it poorly, and not like, I wouldn't say poorly, but if they do things that just don't feel as engaging,
yeah, for sure,
it'll be like,
what's the point in it, right?
Yeah. I mean, if they're willing to listen to feedback, then that'd be nice.
Yeah,
but then
sure.
That's just one matter. The biggest worry he said though the biggest worry would be if they just throw in a playlist of some sort and just left the room as that.
Oh man, that'd be sad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because, if you haven't been to the AMV room, or, you don't get the chance to, you ever get the chance to go to it, well, I can't really say that anymore since it's not going to be the same.
I mean, I guess,
well, we're hoping.
At other conventions.
Well, yes,
especially if they run it, then, you get a chance.
Their ex-stylist ran an awesome AMV room.
Yeah.
Like, really, really engaging. Everybody would, clap, cheer, and, laugh, to be honest. And whenever I was tired or we were tired, we would go there and rest, to be honest. And we know we can, go and find good content. And now, well, with them gone, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And that's very disheartening to, think about, because the essence of, what they brought to the table, it was very peculiar, and especially because the first year I went into the competition was 2016, and that was when they were celebrating 25 years of AX.
Oh yeah.
And I remember that, what I enjoyed was that the AMV room, I think the second night, they had that 25 years of AMV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that was just so nice to see, because for them, they went through every year talking about, what happened here, what happened then, and they would choose the AMV that they felt probably changed the dynamic within the entire community to that point. Yeah. Which is something that, there were some I knew just because I knew how popular they were, but there were others that was that's cool. That's really cool. How come I never knew about this before? I gotta look this up now, because it's one of those things where it's you never realize, how many people keep changing the community over and over.
Yeah.
And just being able to see that, and that they were the ones who brought up the matter at hand, that was really nice, because as someone for me who likes to see how things of the history for the scene came to be, it was nice to see, what kept happening every year.
Yeah, for sure. It was really great to see the evolution of AMVs in general. From your Naruto Linkin Park to, your, what's a good one? Your Buggy. Cause God, the editing is so good, to your, Because I'm Bored, then go Kit Kat. A lot of big people. And, at the end, this is just a hobby. It's not like we're making any money out of it. YouTube. But
I mean, I think that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah, this different discussion, but it's just I don't know. A little disheartening. Disheartening?
Yeah, disheartening. Yeah, there's man. It sucks because of the whole fact that it feels like it is being taken away from the people involved. and not even just to the team, but just a lot of editors who are going in. Because, like, as I said, there have been some people who said that they are not submitting to this year. Like, Kira Blue, I think Tigran also said she's not doing it. Or, and I think there were some other people. I just can't remember. But, like, it's very, very sad to, like, know that this is happening and not knowing what the outcome's going to be. My hope for it is that it's going to happen and they're willing to listen.
Yes,
if it doesn't go well, or if they're just willing to listen altogether.
Yeah.
But if they don't, and they're just, no, we know what we're going to do, so we're just going to keep doing this and not take any opinion, then that to me is like, I'm not going to try and make the claim it's going to be the death of, but that definitely will, like, probably, I don't know if I say push me away, but that definitely would change my overall take about how I see AX with the AMV stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Thing. Insert clickbait, thumbnail. The death of... Nah, I'm joking. But yeah.
Oh, man. When you said that, my mind immediately thought put a Minecraft character
and
put
God.
AX on top of the head.
No. Yes, you're onto something.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm joking. But yeah, my final thoughts are, hopefully it is happening from what we found out. There is going to be a competition. Hopefully, some people are still willing to submit some good content, so we can all enjoy it. And hopefully the team has been put in their, has been in full throttle. They know what they're going to do. And hopefully they have a plan. That's the big part. Hopefully they have a plan and they're willing to listen to, the editors and the fans who go just to enjoy it. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I think I somewhat reflect some of the things you said too. Hopefully, anybody who submits, like, hopefully everyone brings their A game regardless. Just, I don't want to say people shouldn't expect much because then that sounds like they shouldn't bring their A game.
Yeah.
But, like, I just hope that people don't feel, what's the word? Not discouraged, but, like, I just hope that anyone joining does it because they at least enjoy the editing and not expect something out of the competition.
Yeah, for sure.
And undoubtedly, like, I've said this once already, but seriously, like, just, thanks to, like, everyone who helped with that. I may have only been part of that scene from 2016 to 2018, so that's only, like, 3 years under my belt with the Expo's competition.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, those were, like, some of the best moments I had, especially considering that last year I hit pre-show, which is, like, the first time I ever got in, because my first few years, like, it was just submissions and, okay, here your tickets go. Which is, like, not to blame them because I look back at my first two and it's like, yeah, no, they're not that great.
Yeah.
But,
shout out to the Rubies.
What?
I'm kidding. You won't never find them.
No, you won't.
They're gone.
But, what's it called? Just the fact that, last year was probably the most defining first step within my editing career, if you want to put it that way. Making into pre-show finally pushed me forward to start actually submitting into other competitions.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I probably wouldn't still be attempting as much if I didn't have that first chance. So, to the whole team that gave me that, like, thanks. And really, I hope you all do the best you can from here on out with everything else you handle.
Yep, for sure. Good luck on your future endeavors, and we wish you the best.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we don't see Deku with black eyes and lightning everywhere, AMVs at the competition. But
it's only going to happen for, like, the first 3 seconds.
Oh my god.
And then you're not going to keep any consistency.
Well, in general, thanks for watching. I am Skyking AMV. You're with
General Gemmel from Midnight Center.
And we will see you on the next video.
Till next time, everyone.